Second tiebreaker game of the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Doubles National Championship here in Wausau, Wisconsin. Coming up, we have Walker-Leichtner versus MOORES-Wheeler. Well, good afternoon, everybody. We've got Walker-Leichtner defeating Mulaney Sinnott this morning's tiebreaker game, and now they go on to face MOORES-Wheeler in the second tiebreaker game.
So yeah, thanks, Joel. We are here picking up the action. Dean Gemmel joined for this draw by Leah Yavaro. Hi, Leah.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you. Leah played with Sam Strauss throughout this event. We'll play next week with Delaney Strauss in the Women's Nationals. Picking up the action here, first end, this is the third, this is Lance Wheeler's first. And we open the game here with Walker-Leichtner have hammer, throwing red stones. MOORES-Wheeler are throwing yellow stones. And this will be Alex Leichter's first stone of the game.
Like a board waiter?
Yeah.
So they have exposed the yellow MOORES-Wheeler rock in the back. So right off the hop as we jump in here, it is a good start for Leichter Walker or Walker-Leichter. So Walker-Leichter had to play a tiebreaker game this morning. They beat Mulaney Sinnott this morning to make their way to this game. MOORES-Wheeler from Colorado got a bye to this game because they defeated, they had the better record in the round robin. So that's how we find ourselves here in the second tiebreaker round. Second and final tiebreaker round. The winner of this game will advance to the championship round.
Whoa. No roll, no roll.
So, Leah, what can you tell me about your experience here this week in mixed doubles?
It's been a blast. It's definitely a different atmosphere than what a normal Nationals is like as far as being in the bubble, and usually you can talk to other teammates, and that was not allowed here. I was stuck talking to a mixed doubles player and coach, which was fine, but it was a very interesting
Less than
week.
ideal, though, yes, but you all the players here persisted through it.
Yes.
Not exactly the most exciting to have no fans and not much interaction with others, but credit to the athletes here this week who are following the protocols and competing. So looking at Lance Wheeler here throw his second of the end. Interesting thing about this team from Colorado, Lance Wheeler played Division III college hockey. He also has a PhD in nanoparticles and the study of the surface of nanoparticles. So as you can guess, Lance and I have had all kinds of conversations about those topics, right? Because being the nanoparticle expert that I am, but both he and Claire took up the game, relatively late compared to most people. He was, like I said, Lance was a college hockey player. Says he's played competitively, seriously, 6-7 years. Similar for Claire, who is on the board of directors of the Denver Curling Club and is also a health coach at Iora Primary Care in Golden, Colorado. So I actually played against Lance when he was first starting, when I was still playing with Heath McCormick, and I mentioned to him during the event just the improvement has been pretty stark because at the time he was looked and threw and swept and everything else like a recreational curler, and he's really become an excellent player. So Alex Leichter with his middle stone. Quick rundown on the rules for people who are new to mixed doubles. Each team has 6 stones, but one is placed for each team at the start of each end. Each team throws 5. One player throws the first and 5th stone. Another player throws the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Top 12. Just top 12.
So the major differences.
Straight to the corner. Straight. Okay, well, okay.
Okay.
You also can't remove an opponent's stone until the 4th stone of the end is being played. And at some point, Leah, we will see the power play come into action.
Hit this high side.
How many?
What weight?
What was your feeling about the power play this week?
I'm gonna whip it, but
It was a little bit challenging.
whip it
We
if
hadn't
I'm
really
gonna
played
do.
with it a whole lot before coming into competition, so it was definitely something that we had to
Like this?
work
If
with.
we-
The first
if we
few times we
peel it
used
up,
it
that's fine.
was
we're gonna
a
stick
little bit
the red here.
challenging.
That's the-
Didn't really go our way, but by the last
Should
game
play
we
some
figured it out
way to
and
come
took 3 with
across
our
it.
power play, so that was nice.
So the power play gives a team an option to set up the guard
Yeah.
and the rock in the rings as a corner guard setup.
Do that of this.
You can use it to, teams will use it with last rock to try to generate a
don't mind
3-ender.
this
Teams will
better.
also use it
like this.
defensively
This one?
to
Outside one.
ensure that they score in an end if they're ahead.
I think let's just
So
throw
we
weight,
see
hit
it
the right
used both
spot.
ways,
Okay.
maybe more defensively
side.
than offensively at the moment. But
And Dean, there's 3 different positions for
Outturn.
those guards they
Out.
place on the side.
yeah, I mean, there's different positions for the guards
That's good
based
ice.
on the officials. Decide based on the curl of the ice where the guards can be.
Okay, so the teams can't just pick. where
Just
they
can't
want.
randomly choose long, short,
Okay.
or the guard position is established in advance. Big shot here for Lance Wheeler.
Whoa. Close. Clean.
Whoa,
Yep.
and then close sounds better than most. I think he is close.
Nice
Get
shot.
out.
That's all right.
Ooh, a little unlucky. I mean, really a
That was really close.
well-thrown stone. Got a tiny bit unlucky that he didn't get the double.
Really got to watch on those runbacks too, because there's a spot on the ice that they'll jump.
Can
So you
just
have to
be
be careful
top
when you're
8.
calling
Right,
lines.
actually, it's
fires.
better.
Better.
It's better, Tom.
Too late or
Just
too
not
early
counting
or
it.
just
Yep.
right.
So that explains the right off and then
They can.
whoa, and
But,
then
like,
and
biting
then
force
hard,
not
and then it
bad,
was
just
actually
even
hit
if they
it
make
probably
that
a
run,
fraction
it
too
just stuff's
thin in
on
the
us,
end.
right?
Yeah.
So we just don't want to be on ours.
You like the same weight?
Yeah.
Or more?
Yeah. Yeah. This line will curl a bit more,
Yep.
so I'm gonna give more ice.
Yep. Weight's good.
Feels like a lot.
Yeah. T-line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Alex Leichter
Close
playing
line.
the outturn draw.
Straight. Straight.
Tight to the guard,
Straight.
calling straight, hoping he can hold it.
Roll the shooter. Roll the shooter.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
So here comes the final stone of the end for Moore's Wheeler. Walker Leichter currently
think,
lining 1.
Just a little wider than drop path.
So force here is not bad. I mean, I think you can we can tuck a piece.
Right.
Don't need to be shot rock because you're really hard to get to.
Right. So light is fine.
I mean, just yeah. I mean, let's get to the 4-foot, but
Ideally, they leave this in front of the tee line. They'd probably rather be in front of the tee line than even be shot,
yep, set it.
and hopefully bury
Mine's pretty good.
bury some of this stone behind that guard.
Mine's pretty good. Where is it?
Gotta go.
Lance Wheeler's working hard on this. He thinks it's a little
Mine's
light.
fine. Yep. Straight.
Line looks
Straight.
great.
Really good. Straight. Hard.
Line looks really
Hard,
good if
yeah.
he can get it there.
Hard.
Oh no, he's going to wreck. Might want to just leave it now.
Yeah.
Almost perfect.
Block some draw paths.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean there's still a hole there though, and for
Yep.
oh,
Deal.
Hit.
they're going to give the hit
Half
for
rock.
3 a run here.
Thin half.
Thin half.
It is pretty natural.
Absolutely.
Alex says a
Okay.
thin half for the double.
Peel.
Yep.
Easy peel. Thin half.
All right, so I got some. I can do some arrows here, so then I come down maybe about.
No, not that one, Joel.
Not that one.
Playing the double on the yellows.
Oh, that then double.
Yes.
Gotcha. Right there. Right there. Nice.
Yep. So it is pretty natural. It's I mean Monica didn't hesitate to call this shot rather than draw for 2. It's probably not at this point in the game a whole lot harder than the draw for 2, and it's for 3, of course. There's even a way you could get lucky and end up getting 2.
Hard.
Trying to hold it here. Trying to hold it. Close.
Not quite.
No.
Good try, Monica. One red.
One
All right.
red.
All right, Monica didn't quite get the roll that she wanted. ended up getting just 1 red in the first end. And it worked. No score.
Does your club have a Curling in the Gym program? Are you looking to start one? Curling in the Gym is a great way to introduce curling to youth. Through the Rock Solid promotion sponsorship, clubs can take advantage of special pricing for floor curl kits to make Curling in the Gym a great community outreach for your club. For more information, contact Stephen O'Keefe at the National Office at 888-CURLERS.
We're back picking up the action here in the second end. Walker LEICHTER using hammer in the first end to score 1. Had a shot for 3 that they hit a little too thick. So a good force in the end for Moores Wheeler. And Monica Walker gets ready to throw her first rock and the first rock of the second end. Monica, Leah, you're going to see her again next week in the Women's Nationals when she plays third for Team Sinclair.
Mine's good.
Absolutely.
Room, don't kill it.
Monica's won 3 Women's Nationals with Jamie Sinclair in the past, all at the lead position.
Gotta
She's
move a
moved to
little bit.
third this year
Straight.
with a young front end, so
Straight,
we'll see how that
straight,
develops
straight.
next week.
Yep. Right to it. Mine's perfect.
Great shot, Monica.
Good first rock there, a little tap.
Good first rock. A lot of people are saying now they don't like to come right to that rock in the back and that they'd prefer to even be a hair short, just like in traditional curling where we always want to be in front of the tee line. But I think it's still a good play when you
Mine's fine.
tap it
Tee back
slightly
floor.
or freeze.
Make her a touch
Certainly
heavy if
shrink the
anything.
scoring area early in the end.
Straight. Hard
Top
line,
floor.
yep. Hard line.
Tight for line
Hard
here.
line, yep. Mine's good. Mine's
Lance
good.
working it really
Yep,
hard.
Line. Yep, line. Hard line. Good sweep.
Not a bad spot.
No, not at all. Comes
I
up
think
a
I'm
little
following
short,
them.
but
Yep.
No reason to really need to be shot at this point in the end, and certainly rather have it there than deep and bounce off.
Like that?
So good shot by Claire Moores.
definitely be usable in
I'm
a
gonna
few
aim
rocks
mid
if
12.
needed.
So Alex LEICHTER and Monica Walker both grew up curling at the Broomstones Curling Club outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
A little bit.
Probably spent a lot of time in the ice as juniors together.
Decent half.
So they know each other well, and
Room right now.
I imagine there
Looks
are
like it's
some
running.
people from Broomstones
line's good.
watching today. Certainly a great club out there
Marcel.
on the East Coast.
We're close. We're close.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Straight, straight, straight. Straight, straight, straight.
Just
Straight,
wants
straight,
to get
straight.
on the corner
Great
of it.
sweep. Great sweep.
Yeah, I think
Looked
Looked like
Yeah.
Alex
I
wanted
like
to jump
right
in there,
here.
and Monica
Yeah.
did not
Yep.
want him to do that. So
I mean, see that, or we're running the middle already.
I don't like that yet.
interesting discussion there, Leah. And one of the things I find with mixed doubles is it's when you find yourself in a bad
I'm just a hair more than
situation,
draw to the button.
you really have to
Bounce
decide
off.
to change it quickly. You wait one shot, and you end up with not many options. Did you find that this week?
Yeah, I think there were a few times we caught ourselves a little bit too late peeling. I mean, if you're going to peel, it's best to do it early, especially with only playing with 5 rocks versus 8 rocks in a
A little
traditional
soft, should
curling.
finish really hard.
So that was a little bit
Okay,
challenging
line's
to work
all right.
with.
Right. I think in our head, just
Where is it?
you have to adjust to the
What's up,
fact that there
12?
is only 5 thrown rocks in an end, and you don't.
Mine's all right.
So whereas in
Take a
traditional
look.
curling, you might
Take
play
a
a
look.
run back or a
there
peel
you go.
thinking 2, 3
Take a
shots
look.
ahead. You
Yeah,
don't
you're right,
get
you're
that
right.
chance as
Yep,
much in
straight
this.
for this. Straight for this. Hard line. Yep, hard line. Yep.
Could be
hard,
good, though.
hard. Okay.
That's not bad.
Not a bad result.
It's always, the one is always jamming on the, like our stone's always jamming.
Yeah. Does it go enough? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth the risk?
No.
Guard?
Yeah. I think we just guard this side.
Yep.
Okay. kind of nice to sit back and let them talk their way through the shots.
Yeah, we're trying to let people hear the players as much as possible, and that was a good conversation. It's the kind of conversation
takes a run and
that you
something
seem to
else
have a
for them to be
lot
in
in
good
this format, where it's like, is it worth the risk, knowing that
So,
this is your
Probably almost middle.
third stone of the end, and you only have 2 after
So I wanna
this.
be definitely on the
So
outside.
they elected to play the guard, probably the more conservative play here. But I think the right call here,
Where?
2, 3.
for what that's worth
Okay,
to
mine's
anyone
nice.
listening.
2.
You can go a bit. Doesn't really matter. Always straight though.
2.5.
Calling a
Whoa, whoa,
2.5,
whoa.
which means
Sit.
semi-tightish to the rings.
Good.
So if you will hear throughout the broadcast or the webcast, you'll hear teams refer to zones for weights. If we break it down for people who don't play a lot or are new to the game, this is when they call out anything from 1 to 10. That's where they're expecting the rock or want the rock to finish when they throw it. 7 being the tee line, 1 being a very high guard,
Right here.
10 being just back line.
When they'll both go from pretty
So
close
a
to
lot
those,
of
really.
teams use the zones.
like
Not every
inside.
team. Do
Those
you
will feel
use the zone
turn do you
system when you
like?
play, Leah?
Definitely my women's team. Mixed doubles,
What
we
turn
just
do you
kind of
like?
would say 8 foot, 4 foot, 12
I
foot.
think a hair less.
When I played with Team McCormick, we
You
were
guys
always
be
sort
close to
of
nose,
a
I'll just throw a
8
lot
foot,
of
4
weight.
foot team. We would use the 1, 2, 3 for the zones for guards, because that just makes it a lot easier. Some teams stick religiously to the zones, and it works for them. Personally, I tend to favor a little variation, but
Queen. Whoa. Whoa.
I think that it also,
Straight peel.
whatever your skip hears better.
Oh, we're gonna jam
Sometimes
that one
people
out.
hear things.
true enough.
Yeah, god damn it.
That's okay.
Lance Wheeler not thrilled with that stone. He's trying the double peel.
Is it
Just got
still
rid of
open?
one.
It's still open enough, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, barely.
Yeah. Guard it.
I think we guard it though.
Yeah. They can maybe make it if they hit the red, right?
What'd you say?
Can they, if they slam the red? Will it,
Nothing's
No,
good
you
happens
don't
to
think
them. I think you could almost get all the yellows moving.
yeah.
I don't think I want to, but
No.
I'll let them do it. Similar weight?
Yep.
A little more positive.
So Alex Leichter throwing his second guard of
Straight
this
side.
end.
Hold
Feels
it
like
out
he
there.
added a little bit more to it.
Okay, it's curling now.
Just a 1.5.
Always good on this championship ice on these guards
Mine's
to make
great.
sure you're positive with the release.
Had a few rocks slip away because of not being positive this week. So absolutely.
You really have to reset when you throw guards in championship ice and think about what you're doing, because it's easy to slide slowly,
Wait,
think
hack
you're
at that?
throwing it a little
Or do you want
lighter
a
and end
double
up throwing
peel?
it soft and it over curls.
I think that's not doing anything for a hack weight shot.
I think I cack then.
Let's do it, yeah. Maybe roll up and we'll leave some kind of in off or something for us, hopefully. I think it's, well,
A little bit more.
it's probably more. I'll throw more like back line, I think. A little more. Yeah.
If anything wider than the first one, it was just
So I believe he's going to try to tap his own yellow here onto his own yellow. And try to lie one.
Throw maybe like back 8 weight.
Or yeah, I mean he's hitting it on an angle. Depends how that comes off.
Yeah.
I think the best result will be lying one yellow
Should
after
be good
this
back
shot.
line.
Always, well, always curl.
Back line.
Always curl.
Back line might be a hair more
Really
weight than he
gotta move.
wanted.
Really gotta move. Hard line.
is trouble.
Yep. Go, go, go. Hard curl. That's
I don't think it's
pass.
going to move it across.
I just needed tons less ice.
I think he was said he needed less ice, and he might have been a little pumped up and threw a little more weight than he was hoping to.
Those are the soft weight shots that you really have to focus on, because I mean it's
You
really
can
a touch
leave
more than T-line weight.
a full stone down,
But sometimes when you say back line, you get in your head that it's more than that you have to kick out with.
True enough. You have to. I think there, he probably could have made the shot with not quite as much weight as he thought was trying to throw in his head. So, and he just threw a little bit more. And maybe had a little too much ice as well. Monica's going to try to guard that shot.
20.
And if she's successful,
Let it work.
it's going to be difficult for Moores
work,
Wheeler
let it
to
curl.
score. This is when mixed doubles can really wreak havoc on a player's shooting percentages.
Easy.
When Claire Moores is going to be facing shots like this repeatedly. Did you have that this
Yep.
week?
Yeah, there were a
That's
few
good.
shots that
shot.
were pretty challenging that I had to throw.
Right.
Yep.
It's a lot different versus throwing the first rock, the last rock.
Right.
First rock's pretty
I just want to send that
straightforward.
red in.
What's that?
I just want to send that red in.
I think the
One
shot
they
is
just threw.
red. The red guard they just threw onto the yellow. Harder
Just
shot
wide
of the
open.
shot Lance just tried, but I don't think the angles work for them any other way.
You're giving up one here is not the worst, and
Should we go for it then?
I mean, I'm not sure where
Yeah.
that red's ever going anywhere. So let's just the one on the button. Let's get draw weight. Side of the button.
I think I might have tried
Flush
the
line.
raise. I think the side of the button might be available. Awfully hard.
They are curling quite a bit.
Critic says
Yeah,
you can
no,
get over.
it may be there. You're going to need
Yep.
perfect weight and just the right finish. But
hard line. Hard line, yep.
sounds like she may not have gotten out to the
Hard line,
broom
yep.
on this one. We'll see what happens.
Stay on it all the way, yep. Okay.
May not have
you
gotten
got it,
out to
you
the
got it.
broom. I'm reminding myself
there.
that.
Good try, Claire.
Very close, actually.
Yeah.
Excellent effort. I'm reminding that no one was holding the broom in the rings, unlike in traditional curling.
It was 100% red. It was my.
That's my catch on mixed doubles.
Can't see that.
All right. Well, draw was a bit light. Gave up one more to Walker Leichner, and that's after 2 ends. Okay.
Come on, just trust me. Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so
Wait, we can't go that way.
watch this. They'll think we're VIP. Wow, he does think we're VIP. And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you. I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust
The
you.
all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Third end of our tiebreaker game, and right now we've got an update from Price.
Hey guys, yes, I wanted to hop in here. Appreciate 12th End Sports Network, Joe, BA, Dean, everybody giving me a chance to be a part of this again. First sporting event for me since coming home last spring from Canada. So excited to be back around, USA Curling and this great national championship we have. All these people that have worked so hard here around the Wausau Curling Club. Coming up in the fifth end break interview, Randy Brandner, the president of the Wausau Curling Club, caught up with him a little bit earlier. Going to have that interview for you. And then later tonight, Nick Ockwig from the Wausau Convention Visitors Bureau to talk about some of the partners that have helped pull this championship off at the last minute as we've really gotten this thing together, and it has come together in a big way as we're playing for a mixed doubles national championship and obviously our men's and women's next week. But again, once again, excited to be here. Thanks to USA Curling and 12th End Sports Network. Excited for a big week and certainly these playoffs to really get going tonight. Back over to you, Dean.
Thank you, Price. We're excited to hear about all that. Quite a facility here, the Wausau Curling Center. 8 sheets, all WCF regulation, a huge viewing area that in normal times would be full of spectators, but terrific place, and we're as USA Curling, we're thrilled to be here, thrilled to have a chance to see people
As long as
competing.
we
I'm
make sure
joined
we're like a little
again
bit
by
better.
Leah Yavaro. You'll see her playing third for Delaney Strauss next week in the women's
One other
nationals,
place, come
and she
draw
played
this
in this
way.
with Sam
Put
Strauss.
ourselves a little bit into the yellows.
Yes, it was a fun weekend. Excited to start the next week.
Yeah.
I like that if you like that.
I like it.
Because I think this is hard.
So Monica Walker, so far in this game, does seem to have that
crossover here.
opening rock dialed in, and you can see it's putting a fair amount of pressure on Team Moores Wheeler in each end. This is
Line's
Alex
good.
Leichter's first
Let me know.
stone in the
Room,
third
room.
end, with Walker
Room.
Leichter
Wait,
holding
line's getting
a
better.
T-line.
2-0
Go.
lead, and without the
curl.
hammer.
Curl. Even if the weight's good, curl. Curl.
Light.
Go, 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 go. Straight, straight, straight. Just as far as you can drag it. Little bump, little bump.
Great shot.
Very nice, well swept. Angles look really good there for Walker Leichter. We'll see what Lance Wheeler can do to alter the trajectory of the end here. Interestingly enough, Monica Walker and Alex Leichter had a game this morning, so they had a game already. Because Claire Moores and Lance Wheeler received the bye out of the group tied at 3 games. This is their first game of the day. In my mind, what do you think, Leah? I think it can be both an advantage and a disadvantage to have this be your first game.
Yeah, I guess
gotta go
the
find top
advantage
eight.
is
Mine's
you're not as tired if you were playing a first game. Maybe you had to
Right.
sleep
Really
in this
good.
morning.
Straight.
I guess disadvantage is being a little more
Only
tired,
top
but
12.
also advantage
Stay on
of
it. 18,
possibly
15, yep.
knowing the ice conditions a little more if they've
Throw it
changed
in,
from
throw
yesterday.
it in.
Obviously, they're playing on a
Throw it
different
in,
sheet
yep.
than they were this morning, but yeah, could be
It's all right.
take it
Need to be on the
whichever
close
way
side.
you want to, I guess.
We're leaving a triple.
As someone who is not a morning person, I always like the chance to
Right
sleep
here.
in, but it
Firm.
looks as though so far in this game, having that early game
Come sweep.
seems to be working for
Throw it nose. Let
Monica
it curl a
Walker and Alex Leichter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That said, there is they have to be careful
That's
here.
fine.
Have to make a good shot. There are some things brewing here now for the team from Colorado. Alex with the deep breath. A lot up and down, isn't it? And then jumping in the hack and throwing, and it is an entirely different pace when you play it. That is unusual.
It really is, especially if you're sweeping constantly. You have to take a deep breath before you get in the hack, or else you might throw your draw too heavy. It's pretty common.
So I'll have to admit, the only mixed doubles game could be a costly miss there for Walker Leichter. The only mixed doubles game I played of any real consequence was at the 2013 Continental Cup when I played with Heather Nedowin against Eve Muirhead and I think Michael Goodfellow.
I mean, if we just
And I've never been more nervous, I don't think, curling, because it was only 3 sheets. There's only 2 people from each team on the sheet. And I had Glenn Howard and Kevin Martin on the bench next to me. So I was most worried about really not falling. That's what I was hoping to do. But we ended up tying the game, which was exciting.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was. But yeah, I was rarely more nervous before a curling game. There's something too about the fact you're out there. Right now, only 4 people. It does make a difference.
And especially not having fans, like you said, talked about earlier, no fans here. It's just you and your partner.
Okay, what's down weight?
I guess it's DIY curling. That's what we're going to call it, I guess. You have to just get out there and do it yourself.
Prepares you for the final.
I think we're right.
I think if Lance Wheeler can rearrange these rocks slightly, this team from Colorado is going to find themselves in a good position. I think he's trying just to bump that first one, graze the yellow that's on the, as we're looking at it, the left side of the 4-foot.
Yeah, really, they're just looking to rearrange some of those rocks, aren't they? They're not trying to blast anything out of there.
Yeah, they really don't need to remove them, so and they will help them if they're behind them.
Close. Maybe a hair up.
Close. Yep.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Back
just
line.
clean. Just clean.
Back line.
Whoa. Yep. Hard.
Back line. Ooh, this is moving though.
Hard.
Yeah.
They may have left this
Really
too
hard.
long. They may have left this too long. Might have been a little lighter than he thought.
I mean, it was a little down.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. I think it was a little down, and that didn't turn out particularly well.
Truck's helping us.
Right,
It's
they've
shot,
got
though.
this.
That was the
right
same
now. Is it
turn
shot?
the
Yeah.
first end where had back-to-back shots on that line, came up a little late.
Yes. make this double and roll in.
That's our analytics from Joel
It's a little
Dietz.
tight.
Curling analytics with Joel Dietz.
Easy to
Just
pay
tap.
attention when you got one sheet going on.
And leave the shooter here, which is still a good spot for it.
Yeah.
Not great though. It's not great.
Let's hear what they think here.
Like he can't. This one can go.
Yeah.
Not without losing that though.
There's this.
That was my first thought.
I like it.
Yeah.
Just to.
Yeah. Just
Well,
to eliminate rocks.
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be like side by side, right?
But don't want to really move anything, right?
Right.
Yeah. What kind of weight you like?
10-5.
Yep.
Or even board.
Sure. This should run straight here.
Should run real straight.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
a little
gonna give
less.
you here. We'll hold it.
Yeah, I was even thinking less.
Yeah.
So they've settled on a board weight hit on this rock in the 8-foot. I think what they're concerned
board,
about is
right?
just the number of yellow rocks in the rings, and they'd be more comfortable eliminating one of them. They'd like to roll a bit, but more than anything, I think they want to eliminate a yellow stone.
Whoa. Close. Yep. 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 Yep.
Curling.
Now we're on that one.
Good.
Okay. That's not bad.
That was fortunate.
It's actually.
That was extremely fortunate, I think, for Walker Leichter.
Yeah, had a few rocks to bounce
Curling.
off there.
They
Now we're on that one.
basically missed the rock they were playing on.
That's not bad.
I don't know how
So
they.
both teams may be fooled a little bit by the ice so far. A lot of late brushing calls.
I think
Do you like this?
I think this, or tapping this back and sitting here.
Yeah, I like that too. What are they doing?
Then they'll,
I mean, the problem
then
is
they'll
they
play
can
this.
they have this path now, right? We tap here, they're drawing here. There's a big pocket. I think we play in this,
Okay.
and we can actually lose those too if we get rid of that red.
Okay. What weight do you like?
Probably board.
Moores
Board.
really
I
are
like
trying
this
to
turn.
figure out how to generate their two
I don't.
without
A little more.
leaving some
I
run
don't want that
backs
yellow
for
rock.
Walker Leichtner here.
Right.
There's a
Okay.
very lonely yellow rock in the back four.
Maybe a hair more. I can see the curl more off center line here.
Well, that said, they hit and roll here. They could hit and roll dead frozen on their own and put themselves in a pretty good position.
Yep.
Board.
Really
Board.
hard. Really hard. Yep. Really hard all the way to it. Hard. Hard.
Close.
Really hard. Any roll.
Ah.
Nosing.
Same thing. Kind of nose.
You've also got this triple. Right? Like, or you're just
Yeah.
making this double. My thought is you're making that double, and we're sitting 3.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. How do you play it though? Is it this way? Oh no, you hit this one first. eh?
Yeah, you're just trying to make this double.
Yeah. Okay.
The one thing is how much is this stone? It's helping us right now, right? Because it's catching the one.
Right. I mean, if I do this, where do they go? How do they?
They slam this and hope that
That
the one,
goes right into that.
Yeah, it does. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I think that's the call.
I like it. And nose is okay.
Yeah.
Even rolling where we separate our reds is a good one too.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of margin.
So they're
What kind of weight is
playing.
that?
I think I like normal here.
Okay.
They may entertain the triple here.
I was thinking just
They think there's a double for
maybe a
sure.
touch more than that.
Okay.
I mean, they could just play the slash double and lie 2.
Possibly catching that outside yellow as well.
Yeah, in fact, I think Monica mentioned coming off that one first, making sure they get that double.
That's good.
I'm not sure they need that one, but if they could ever pick the one in the back.
Well,
Yeah, I think that's probably your main goal right now.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's what they're. That's going to overcurl as well, I think. Ooh, just tickled it.
That's something better.
No, I like the
Well,
draw.
I mean, you can
Can
play
we
off
do
of
this?
if this one's closer, but I think this one's closer.
I don't see any shot for more than
I don't think it's,
2.
It won't,
I'll
won't
just
be
draw.
for 3.
I'd just like to draw.
I like draw. Yeah.
Draws are
Just
still
another
not
button there.
easy on this ice. I mean, we've seen a few of them come up short and crash, so still not an easy shot for 2 here.
No, it's not. I mean, I think if there was
I think the
a
line you took coming home
as
here
difficult
is
shot for 3, you could play it, but I don't see it. She can't move her back
was
one. She
perfect,
can't
though.
come to the back one because it's just barely shot now. So I think if she moves it,
Ready?
Yep.
they could end up giving up a steal of one. So she has to be careful not to come to the back one.
Pull down.
Yep.
Pull down.
Good extension.
Early
Keep
call
an eye on it.
for
Gotta go.
weight. Claire
It's
feels
okay.
like she added quite
Wait's
a bit.
close.
Maybe she did.
Where is it?
It's close.
I need better than close. Where is it?
It's T.
Curl. 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 Take it off the red.
Great shot.
Wow,
Thank you.
Really good
tremendous shot.
shot.
And I think the conversation you get to have when you're in a relationship with
better
someone
than
you're curling with is we need better
know
than
what that
close.
means.
You only that's what
Close
you
one's
get. All right, so at the end of the third end, it's going to be 2-2, knotted up in this game.
Hey, there it is. Just in
USA
time.
Curling offers sport education programs geared towards increasing the level of curling knowledge throughout the country. Programs in ice making, instruction, and officiating are offered in various locations each year. Check out the calendar on the USA Curling website to find a course near you.
So we are back here at the start of the fourth end. A really nice 2 generated by Claire Moores and Lance Wheeler in that last end to tie the game up.
Really hard shot for 2.
Yeah, great shot. I mean,
I mean,
and
throwing-
it
you're
looked
throwing
like it
good
might
weight.
not curl enough, and then it, these rocks as they finish will really dive, and she was able to get a healthy chunk of the lid. So, Leah, what are you expecting next week in the women's
It's
nationals
close.
with
Oh
that
my God,
experience?
Might be
How do you
It's a
feel
little
about
more
your
than last one.
team's
It's probably back.
chances
Might be
and
heavy.
how you're
Just want a piece
playing?
of it. It's probably back 8.
I feel we have a pretty good chance.
Don't
My
touch it.
whole team, all 5 of us,
It's
are
coming
here
down.
at mixed
It's
doubles
probably back
national.
4.
Always
Yeah,
curl.
mixed doubles. So
Back 4.
I feel just playing in
Always
that
curl.
Touch
gives
it.
us an advantage as far
Use
as
a
just the
parachute.
atmosphere and knowing the rocks and the ice. We've also had the chance, we all live very close to each other within about an hour and a half, so we have quite a few practice weekends together as well. So
Alright.
we're very fortunate in that way.
You are part of the group of young curlers living in the Twin Cities, and
Top 4?
yes,
I am.
posting on Instagram, etc.
Yeah, so we're a pretty popular Instagram page thanks to our second on the team.
How many followers now, Leah?
I don't know, probably close to
Top 8,
300,
top
I'd
4.
say.
Okay, easy
300.
enough.
Come on, we
Curl.
got to get that up, people. Whoever is listening,
really
what's the
running.
name of your Instagram team
I like the
Instagram
way-
page?
I believe it's
Whoa.
Team Strauss Curling.
Whoa.
Team Strauss Curling.
Close, yes.
You need to know that
Yep.
like that,
Don't
Leah.
want to.
You got to boost those numbers. If you're watching right now,
Let it die,
give
let
them
it
a
die.
follow.
Yes, please. And keep it with our week. We just had a nice practice weekend. There's a fun picture of us with a dinosaur outside of the Chaska Curling Club. We saw when we were leaving, so.
I mean, for that alone, people should follow.
pin open?
Really. So Claire Moores slipped to the back in her first one. Monica Walker sort of angle frozen on the rock that's placed at the start of each end at the back of the 4-foot. Interesting, Claire Moores holds the brush almost all the time on Lance
Room.
Wheeler stones. What did your team do, Leah,
Where
throughout
is
the week,
it?
you and Sam?
Top 8.
We were very similar to them. I
Yeah.
held
Always
room for
curl.
most of Sam's rocks just because
Always curl.
it's easier to
only
aim at
4.
a stick, we
Always
both
curl.
agree. So oftentimes
Keep
he'd
going.
hit or
No,
throw out my
leave
broom
it
and then he'd
open.
get up and sweep his own rock. So that worked well for us.
I think what's important, I think I mentioned this with Sam this morning, is you have to be sure that you finish your delivery before you jump up. It's easy to think that you're going to jump up and start sweeping
Light's
too
okay,
quickly.
But light to lock it right on.
So I think Alex will come in here with the intern now and lock one on top of the stone that Monica threw. This could make things difficult early in this end for the Colorado team.
Let me know. Line's nice. Looks like you can go. Yep, hard, Monica.
Alex jumping in here.
Keep going, keep going.
4 weights.
Curl, 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 curl. Curl, 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 curl. Curl, 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 curl. Great sweep.
It's an excellent shot.
Really good shot.
I almost prefer it there to be then dead frozen.
We get 2 that way?
Let's hear what they discuss.
We'd at least lose this.
We said that or this.
I like this better.
They're actually discussing a draw here.
All right, run this. I mean, if we just stick the tab, it's pretty good. And unlock that one.
Okay. Like half?
Back line, yeah.
I would be reluctant to draw. I like this call better than the straight draw.
I agree. The draw is pretty scary if you don't make it perfect.
I mean, I think he could run this with some weight if he wanted to, but I think he's going to throw it quiet. Not a bad idea. Make sure he sort of leaves his shooter around as well.
Weight's close.
Clean.
Weight's close.
Weight out of his hand.
Hard line.
Yep. Hard line. Yep. Whoa, clean, just clean.
Sit.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad, but not great. It's
So we either play this or we just come here.
Yeah. I like that just drawing better.
Okay.
I agree here. I think I like the draw better just
I
because
don't mind leaving them this all day.
Yeah.
if you hit that yellow in the wrong
And even
spot,
if I'm a guard, that's not terrible.
you leave them up there for them to play with.
yeah.
So what's the shot?
Freeze, inside nose.
Okay.
Exactly.
Playing the straight freeze.
And anywhere in line short of that. So
Yeah.
we're sweeping for the freeze.
Yeah.
I don't mind the first call that they talked about, playing the quiet hit.
Even a
But
little less?
I can see why they've settled on this.
I like this. Okay, a little less. Just a titch.
Just a titch is a technical term used in curling.
It's just a 3.
Okay.
To
Room right
indicate
now.
that you want a little bit more ice.
Okay, line's great. Line's really good. If I help, can I get it there?
Just 3.
Okay. Go past the yellow.
So you're saying he wants
you
to
can.
pass the short yellow at least.
Otherwise, a little bounce is really good.
Yeah.
Leaving this as just
Get a little bounce.
guard. You'd like
Wait,
to
whoa, whoa,
bounce
whoa,
it.
whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Good.
So they did take away
No, that guard's over.
that yellow
What?
into their own pile
Nothing.
of red.
Same shot.
So I believe Lance Wheeler is going to try the out-turn draw. Was it hard this week, Leah, to sort of wrap your head around the fact that you have to expect yourself
That's all right.
not
Where
to
is
make
it?
as many shots in mixed doubles?
close.
It's demanding. And it's easy to get down on yourself in
Room.
mixed doubles.
Room.
You have to remember that curling 75-80% is
look.
pretty good in mixed doubles.
Yes, I think that was something that I really struggled with this week is
Always curl. Always
not
curl.
throwing as well
always
as you
curl.
do
Hard.
in a team
Hard.
atmosphere.
Always curl. Really good. Go.
Yeah,
go,
as a
go,
guy
go,
who
go.
is known to occasionally slam a broom, only occasionally, and only occasionally curse during a curling game, I don't know how well I do with it, to be honest.
Just on the nose?
It
Yeah,
definitely
a
takes
little
a lot of
inside is
support
great.
from your partner as well.
Backline?
I mean, it's only the two of you out there. You don't have two other people to
We can hear.
lift you up after
Easy
a miss,
backline, you
so
think?
You have to
Right.
work well with your partner.
That's true. On traditional curling teams, you can have one person who does the sort of lifting up role. Somebody else is just brooding and sulking, and you can ignore. Maybe someone else who talks a lot, whatever. You can have a mix.
It's definitely a different dynamic playing with a guy than it is on an all-women's team as well, I've found.
Different how?
Just personality-wise, and guys are more intense.
Whoa.
I feel
whoa,
like.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Curl?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Curl?
I've played with some women who are pretty intense, so I think it could. I think it might just be personality versus gender. But
Maybe.
Maybe you played with a particularly intense male partner.
That could
All the
be.
way out.
Go. Well, sorry.
That's a pretty good rock.
Great call,
shot.
Monica.
Man, I cut that close. Whew.
Great call.
So
Still like this, Claire?
What's that?
You still like this? You want to play the draw? You can draw to here.
I like the draw.
wow, with one rock to come, this is. It's safe to say that
Same line I was taking. Should get there.
Claire Moores is in a difficult situation. She's going to try to draw. Probably end up showing just as little, just half the rock if she throws it great.
Yep.
That is not a particularly appealing shot from the hack end. But it's on its way. She made a great draw on the last end to score
the
two.
way
We'll see if she can duplicate that magic.
Probably T.
Close.
Nancy Wheeler calling out T again, so she's close.
Clean. Line's
Question of
good.
line does look pretty good.
Finish it over.
Needs to curl a bit.
Finish it
Should
over.
finish. It's not finishing though.
Can't go.
A little heavy.
Okay. Maybe a little miscommunication there. Could have maybe came off that yellow and bounced
I think
in.
it's them, but like if you play the draw and if you ever clip it, that's fine.
I think Alex's point is right there. I think it is yellow is fourth shot. They're going to draw for 4. If they ever
You can
get
even
tight
just
and
basically be
clip the
playing the
red,
top,
they probably get 4 that way as well.
And if it hangs, we're fine.
So quite a turnaround in this end, no matter what the result of
It's
this
your draw
shot
path.
is.
Yeah.
But this is a draw
Just
for
play it like your
4.
draw path.
Yeah.
You might be able, if you hit that top red, to spin off and split them both.
The split may be there. Certainly tough. I don't know. I don't know where it feels to me like your shooter, you'd have a hard time getting your shooter.
You're gonna have the right amount of spin at the very end of it to spin back and forth.
Right. I think that they'd be pretty happy with 4.
A little up.
They're probably already happy with 3, but 4
Gotta play
at
off
the
that
end
Probably
of the
need
fourth
something.
end is certainly a
Close. Curl.
big end for them. This looks heavy as well.
It's getting
Curl
better.
hard. Hard curl, yeah.
They're going to try to play this off the yellow.
Yep.
They're going to try to play this off the yellow, which is not how it was drawn up, but it's close to that.
Great call, Monica.
That
Good
was
plan B.
Well,
the
actually,
dreaded
hold on, sorry.
club
Maybe measure
curler
for the
plan
fifth.
B.
Yeah. Let's measure it.
And Alex Leichter's electing to measure that one.
4 for sure.
I'm going to say I think it's 4. What do you think, Leah?
Where are you going with those?
We're gonna measure it.
Looks yellow to me, yeah.
It looks yellow, right?
Well, my eagle eye view from down here, that looks like just 4.
Yeah, definitely yellow. I think if you were out there with certain players, they would give you the evil eye as the measuring stick came out, but they're going to measure
We're
it.
good, like
Good for them.
Plus, you get a little bit longer fourth end break this way, too.
Yes, actually, interesting call, Leah. That's quite a strategy, actually, to say, you know what, if you need that break, maybe you do call for a measure, 5th, 4th end. Leah, I did not realize you were such a gamesmanship kind of player. Unbelievable. But looking for that extra edge, Leah's thinking she's going to call for a measure.
Learned it from a good coach who's out there right now, Mark Lazar.
Oh, Lazar, he is wily and crafty, so I hope that doesn't become the norm, though, people calling for measures at the end of the break, any break, just to get some extra time. It is indeed
It is 4.
4 red. So at the end of the 4th end, the score is 6-2 for Walker Leichter. We'll return after the 4th end break with Moores Wheeler having down 4 but carrying the hammer.
don't think there's really one moment that starts a comeback. We have the ability to overcome anything as long as we're surrounded by the right people.
I need a good group of people to trust to work on my body.
I'll be back and I'll be stronger than ever.
I go, who are you? He goes, I'm the guy that's going to save your life.
Comebacks imply returning to where you once were. I want to go where I've never been.
All right, welcome into our fourth in break here of the U.S. Curling Nationals, the Mixed Doubles Championship here in Wausau, Wisconsin. We're at the Wausau Curling Club, and I am Price Atkinson with Randy Brandner from the Wausau Curling Club, the president. Randy, what a beautiful facility you guys have here. This is obviously, it's spectacular to be in your house for these next few days. Thank you so much for having us right out of the gate.
Well, thanks, Bryce. We're really very proud of the club that we built. We've got a great facility, and it's really one of the reasons we work so hard to bring a USCA national event to Wausau, is to showcase our club and to let others around the country see what we've built and what we have available.
So what about the excitement for your club? You know, you obviously haven't had much, if any, curling, obviously, with the pandemic going on this year. Now you have the U.S. Nationals comes to town. This has got, I know, even without fans, but this has got to be an exciting opportunity and moment for your entire club.
It is, and you're right. We didn't have any curling this year. We were shut down completely. We started making ice in early May for these national events and solely for these national events. Mm-hmm. But our club members have stepped forward. They volunteered their time in helping us make the ice, in volunteering for the events and helping clean and making dinners and all sorts of things. And I can tell you that a lot of the club members are really excited about the TESN streaming and are looking forward to watching the games as they progress.
Yeah, absolutely. Share with us a little bit for the viewers and for all of us. You know, how did this come together? You know, the USCA approached you guys looking for a place to do it. How did we get to this point here to be in your beautiful facility this week?
A great question, and it goes back to late September, mm-hmm. As we recognized that curling was being shut down around the country. Events were being canceled. One of our high school coaches approached me and asked if there would be any interest at all mm-hmm. in contacting the USCA and putting together the idea of a bubble and bringing a national event to Wausau with that bubble concept. So we reached out to Jenny Biatich and Jeff Plush and had conversation with them, and it just progressed. We continually moved dates because of the pandemic, but we were able to keep things moving forward. Our board of directors got behind it, and we made it happen.
Who are some of the special people? Because I know it takes an army to put together this kind of event, but especially from the Wausau Curling Club side, Randy, who are some of the people that, besides yourself, we owe some big thank yous to helping put on this championship here?
Well, our entire board of directors, because none of it would have happened without the support and the backing of the board of directors. There's several members of the club. Our chief ice maker, Roger Luce, has done a fantastic job, and the entire ice crew from the Wausau Curling Club has really done a great job getting the ice to a point where we turned it over to the USCA ice technicians. And we've got fantastic ice. Everything that I've seen and the comments that I've heard, we've got fantastic ice. So they've done a great job. But we've, unfortunately, about 2 weeks before the event happened, we had some vandalism at the club. And we lost some air conditioning. We lost some of the exterior lighting. And some of the club members stepped up and got that all taken care of for us. Great job in pulling together and bringing our club back up to standards, and it's worked out well. Really, every one of the club members has had an opportunity to support the effort. We've had good turnout for volunteerism, and as I say, there's many of the club members looking forward to these TESN broadcasts because they'd like to see our club showcased as much as anything else.
Absolutely. Wrapping up with Randy Brandner, the president of the Wausau Curling Club. Randy, you mentioned this championship ice out there. What's the plan? Is the championship ice, we're at the end of the season. You guys going to be able to keep it through the summer? It's been clearly a funky year with everything that's gone on. My fingers are crossed that you will be able to keep it.
Funky is a good term of reference, I think, Bryce. Unfortunately, we're not going to keep it. Again, because of the pandemic, we had some discussions at the board level to maybe keep for a couple of weeks or even a couple of days to allow our members to at least get out and throw a few stones. And it just isn't going to work out with the situation with the pandemic and the concerns that we have in trying to keep people safe. But we will come back in October and start the ice making process again. I think that's one of the advantages that we see from this entire event is that our ice crew has learned a great deal about making championship ice. And we'll come back in October. We'll come back and have ice and we'll have club curling. And hopefully all of our members will be back on the ice very, very soon.
Well, I know we owe you a big thank you, Randy, for allowing us to step into your home and to have us, this week and to come to town. This has got to be a big springboard regardless, getting back to what we all hope is a full, season next year starting in, whether it's late summer, early, mid-fall. This has got to still be a big springboard for this club here at Wausau.
I think it is, and hopefully we can host events going forward. We've got a very good relationship working with Jenny and Jeff and the entire USCA staff, and I'd like to see us continue to host national events at the Wausau Curling Club for years to come.
Randy, thanks again for having us. We'll send it back over to the guys for the second half of the game. Thank you so much, Randy.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Price. And thank you, Randy, and the Wausau Curling Club. I want to touch a little bit more on a couple of the things Randy said as we continue with the webcast, but let's quickly look in on the action here before I do that. Again, Walker LEICHTER up 6-2. They are throwing the red stones. And this is Lance Wheeler throwing the fourth stone for Moore's Wheeler. It looks like Walker LEICHTER has managed to get themselves in a good position again to start this end. Let's see what Lance can do here. I watched Lance earlier in the week, and I thought he was really throwing it well. They might be feeling a tiny bit tight, I think, this team. They lost a heartbreaking game to actually end up into the tiebreaker scenario.
Hard curl.
They were about an inch away from not being in any tiebreakers.
Keep curling, yep.
Just trying to chisel this over a bit.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
Not
I kept asking him.
terrible.
Coming this way?
Yeah.
Yep. I like it.
Certainly makes it so Walker LEICHTER has to be careful. Try to weld one in here.
This side will curl nice to that, to there.
Yep. Same
Alex
as your
feels
one
comfortable
the
throwing
first
on
end?
this side.
Third end?
I wonder if his mother is hoping that, is really cheering
almost
for him
middle
and
out
hopes that the fact that Alex
It's
was
almost
runner-up
middle.
once with his mom, she might want that
Light's
to be the
okay.
best LEICHTER finish.
not great.
I don't think so, though, actually. I'm sure she's cheering for success for them.
Yeah, never know.
Little bumps, okay.
You know, one of the things that some people might wonder is why did USA Curling even bother to hold a national championships this late? One of the key factors is their Olympic trial spots on the line. That was critical. So a lot of effort went into trying to make this happen in a difficult year.
Needs to curl. Where is it? Curl. Curl. Line's getting really good. Curl. Whoa, 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 straight, straight, straight.
Okay, that's good.
Tap rubbed off it just a little bit more than he might have liked to, but
And what if we still smash this and just kick this out?
Okay. It's not bad
We gotta
either.
deal with this at some point.
You have a red if you run that
Yeah.
yellow straight back.
If we do that, they're kind of staggered in there. Well, no. I like that. I like
This?
that. Yeah, nose that yellow.
Okay.
I like the discussion about the hit
take as
versus
much off of
the.
that
I think they need to
first one as
move
we
some
can.
rocks. They're
All right.
down 4. They're going to need some. They're just freezing. I think sort of limits their options as the end goes on. So I like the idea of rearranging some things in the forefoot here.
I think it's a hair less.
Yeah, the button's getting pretty crowded down there. Not
Yeah.
a lot of room for multiple points.
Exactly. Small scoring area right now. Try to open it up a bit. Saw Lance throw a lot of these really well all week.
Whoa, yep. It's clean.
Inside's fine.
Nice shot.
And
Really nice.
I like that result.
Pretty good result.
Really good result. All of a sudden now there's one lonely red in there, 4 yellows. Lots of good things.
Like that?
Doesn't it catch this?
Unfortunately, you left a possible in off.
Yeah, there's a natural double there in some ways, but
I would rather come this way.
Yeah.
There's also the freeze to just force them to their one there.
yeah, they still have, both teams
That would
have
be my,
two
if we're
rocks
playing it
to
like
throw.
that would be my play.
Yeah.
I also don't mind making this double.
That's giving them 3.
Yep.
Apparently, Jennifer LEICHTER, Alex's mom, is watching from Hawaii. It feels rather Hawaiian out here in Wausau, Wisconsin today, with
really
the humidity
light
we
draw,
have here.
right?
So we could be in Hawaii too, except for the lack of ocean and beach and Mai Tais.
Like I don't know that they can get a big end yet right now, right? Because the yellow's totally buried. They'd have to blast what they can see of the red and have it spin out.
Yeah.
I still like this, but we got to make sure it's outside of nose.
Well, the only thing is there's the in off.
That's
So nose. It's got to be nose, right?
no, because that loads the run back.
Okay.
But that's okay. Yeah.
All right.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't think Monica was convinced of Alex's point there, but she's agreed to it. And Alex, it was a diplomatic exchange there, wasn't it? Did you have those sort of diplomatic
nice.
exchanges this week, Leah, or were they a little
Straight.
testier?
Straight.
Kind of some of both. I mean,
Straight.
you also have to watch your time clock.
Hard
You
straight,
can't
Mon.
sit and talk about shots for
Okay, well, wait only.
too long either.
Right.
Wait only. Always straight. Always straight.
This rock's curling hard, but he's
Okay,
by the
whoa,
guard.
Whoa, whoa,
Could
whoa,
have
gotta
terrific
stop.
line here.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the reds.
Just
We lose.
nose that. And this goes here.
If we can get to the nose, we lose. This stays. These two go, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
I probably can't get to it with weight.
10.
We had to be just skinny that
Hack?
guard. Yeah, I think it's more like hack. I'm only to see half of it from the I mean, even if we just eject that back one, if we're a little high side, I think we're better off.
I'd agree with that. You might be able to get that red to spill a little bit to the side, even though.
What do you think?
You know, I think if you
I mean, we're shot right now, so I like this.
Yeah, we need more than one right now.
I know.
And I think, yeah.
Leah, would you ever think about throwing this with some weight, making
we
sure
wreck
you
the
got
guard,
rid of
is
the
that
back
the
one?
worst?
You
I
might,
don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
I
might
think
bounce that red a little bit.
that's an option. When you're down by this much, you just have to. I mean, catchers are your friend to some extent as well.
Hold on. Is there a reason we don't run the red guard back? Is that easier?
I mean, yeah, if we catch it on this side, like here high side, it's the same shot. We lose the reds.
What do you like?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's catch it. Yeah, high side on the guard.
I might
Okay, what
suggest a
turn?
timeout
Our
here.
turn.
Now they're doing a big reset from the other end. I might suggest a timeout. I mean,
That's good.
it may seem early for a timeout, but it's the 5th end and they're down by 2. So
Pretty big shot here as well.
down by 4. I believe I said 2. Perhaps that was me channeling the Colorado team.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
Great shot, Lance. Sorry.
Good
Terrific
result.
rock.
Really nice.
Called and made despite the discussion.
It did.
And the lack of sweeping at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny when we see teams throw peel, they
even
often don't chase them but call for
Maybe like that.
sweepers.
And you can bump, right? It's okay if you bump.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it.
So last shot for Walker LEICHTER, they do have to be careful here. I think they probably wouldn't actually be terribly upset if they got out of this right now, only giving up 2.
Just passed, right? It's got to be
Yeah.
passed.
It's got to be past ours, and we just got to make sure we get by it, right? So I'll always sweep for line to make sure we're
Same
by.
thing I threw on my first one.
Yeah,
I'll give you a bit more line.
a little more line. Yep.
I think we should perhaps discuss that maybe Monica and Alex have to play one game with thick Boston accents, or they lose points on the scoreboard.
I think that'd be pretty entertaining.
Yeah, 2 Boston natives, Boston area natives, without the thick Boston accents.
I like it. It's close.
Yep, hold it there.
Wait's there.
Room. Got a curl. Curl! Hard curl.
That is well
hard
out there.
Curl, hard curl, hard curl.
Definitely want to at least
going,
live
roll it.
third shot. Which they do.
But it's still only 3. So it's kind of just whatever you want to throw.
Should I
You got to just hit more 4-foot than this one's biting the 4-foot.
So just draw?
I mean, it's whatever you're feeling. This is easy. It just catches, so you're still only getting 3. I mean, I think draw's probably easier, honestly.
Okay.
I think out turn right here.
Okay.
I like this call.
Yeah, I mean, they could even, I think, play the intern draw, come off that one, which I don't think would be, I might play with the intern. You could probably make it with a grazing the red. You could make it coming to your own.
Is there any reason not
you
to
do have a few
draw
backers there.
that
I mean,
side?
you played that side for
Here she.
quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you saw hers hang. If you hang in that same line, that's trouble all day.
Claire just brought up, is there
I
any
just draw the
reason
open side here.
not to hang, not to? I mean,
Two's great.
Lance is right. They just need
Three's
to put it
even
on the
better.
tee line.
You got
They
plenty
don't.
of 4-foot.
Half in the 4-foot works.
I think I'm gonna go.
Lance Wheeler thinks
Mine's
it
pretty
needs to be
good.
brushed for weight.
Weight's close.
Claire Moore thought it felt pretty good. If they're saying
Weight's
it's
good.
close, her weight has
Mine's
been
really good.
excellent this game.
Straight.
See if she can put another one
Straight.
right on the tee line here.
Hard line.
gotta go.
Hard line.
Can't rub that
Hard
front one.
line. Hard line.
Really close. Really close here, I think.
Get in there.
Oh. Wow, they
Yeah,
just
got that spin.
I don't think they did. It was close. If they hit it just to touch that red, just a fraction less,
Good
it's
weight.
3, but I believe it's 2. So we head to the 6th end with Walker Leichter carrying the hammer and leading the game 6-4. Neither team has used their power play yet. Maybe we can discuss that when we come back, Leah.
The USA Curling Club Insurance Program provides access to liability insurance and medical accident coverage with reasonable premiums and includes participant liability for the sport of curling. Member clubs can join this program at any time of the year. For more information, contact Stephen O'Keefe at 888-CURLERS.
And we're back with the start of the 6th end here at the 2021 USA Curling Mixed Nationals. Walker Leichter carrying a 6-4 lead against Moores Wheeler into the 6th end. And what we see here is the power play, Leah, which is each team has an option in one end per game to move away from the guard on the center line and the back of the 4-foot to putting up a corner guard and their rock position behind that. What's interesting is it was really intended to as a way for teams to generate more offense with last rock.
I think it's gonna.
What we see a lot is teams
Yeah, I
using
think
it
it's gonna dig.
like
Should be
Walker
alright.
Leichter are right here as a defensive strategy.
It's really tight.
Right? Did you use it? How did you use it this week?
All good.
We usually used it to
Draw on that
generate
one?
points. We weren't ever really given the opportunity to use it to keep them from scoring, but
So that was as much of the nature of the games as anything else, where you're trying to rally and get some points on, and maybe you weren't carrying a lead late into the game.
Exactly.
The idea defensively is that
it's like top 4.
the idea
Top 4.
defensively is that Walker Leichter, if they score this end, they're pretty comfortable. What they don't want to do is give up a steal And with the corner guard, they have a good opportunity to score 2. At worst, they're probably scoring 1.
Yep, any score here is pretty good.
And they're going to try like a tick shot on the rock that was in the top 12, chisel that over. They can't remove it yet.
Perfect.
But
like this, or do
pretty
you like
good result.
I mean, I think if we're gonna throw a draw, I like actually freezing that one. Yeah.
Okay.
What's interesting now is with that shot, they force Moores Wheeler into some difficult choices. And
I want to say
it
it's
looks like
less.
they're going to freeze to the rock that was positioned behind the corner guard at the start of the end. Lance Wheeler throwing the out turn.
A little bit of room.
T.
Thinks
Mine's
T
getting better.
would mean that he doesn't think it
T.
needs
Great.
much brushing.
Don't want to go.
They'd like it to start to
back forward.
move.
Yep, then straight.
It's not going to
Great.
move to
Good
get
weight,
to the
good
red.
weight.
They're going to try to chip
weight.
their own, come off their own yellow, I think. I'm afraid there might
Around it.
be a little bit in between.
I just burned it.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Thanks, man.
Monica being a good sport out there.
yeah, it's such a good thing
If
in
I get rid of
curling.
the
He
corner
burned
guard,
it
that's
just as
fine.
it was coming in, and Monica elected
kinda
to
wait
not
normal?
remove it. Said
Control?
that's fine. She didn't think it affected the stone much. It's always sort of awkward when that happens, but I think good for Monica there. I think that was one where you good sportsmanship to let it go. Probably good karma for them too as they enter these later ends.
Whoa. Close. Yep.
10.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl, 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 curl. Curl, curl, curl.
And of course, good for Lance
Good.
Wheeler on calling your own fouls.
True enough, Joel. I should point out here, by the way, that some of you know there's a program with USA Curling called Icebreakers, and
Probably more.
the leader of that effort, along with me, is a curler called Deb Martin, and she designed a broom handle that Monica Walker and Alex Leichter are using. Hashtag Black Curl Magic. Those are the handles they have there. Look for those. Any sales will support the Icebreakers program. If you've seen a webinar with Deb Martin,
We have to almost get to know us for it to be any
powerful
good.
personality
Right.
and a great person. So great to see them using those handles.
Maybe a
this
hair
game.
tighter.
And that's all about promoting diversity in curling. Is that correct?
Indeed, it is, Joel. That is the effort. We have a number of pilot clubs where we are going to introduce the
4.
program
Okay, line's good.
and
Top
try
8.
to
Top
really,
4.
with some
Little bit
intention,
around.
go out and try to reach populations that may not have curled before. So it's exciting. We're
Okay.
a lot of work
straight.
to do on it, but we're looking forward to the next normal
down.
curling season and
Yep,
making
yep,
that happen.
Yep, 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 hard. Hard all the way, yep. Keep going, yep, keep going.
Sit. Okay, well.
Coming up a little
Sending
short
Might
there.
catch there.
A little
though.
short. They're
think that's
looking at the
okay.
double here.
Straight jam's actually okay too.
Straight jam's actually great.
What kind of weight you like?
Firm?
Firm?
I like a broom. Broom.
Yeah.
Firm, and he'd like a broom to throw at. Leah, what do you consider your home club now? Is it Chaska
Yes.
or Blaine?
Mine's Chaska right now. I just recently moved to the cities. Before that, it was Bemidji.
Bemidji. You know what they need in Bemidji? More logos in the ice.
See, I actually don't mind it. When I was younger, I used to use them to aim at.
Oh, I like the logos. I say sell the whole sheet, but they've done an excellent job up there.
Yep, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Can't help you.
Oh,
Okay, that's good.
pretty nice.
Third shot.
Pretty nice in LI2.
They've done an
They're in the
excellent
they're
job
both
up
open.
there.
Yep, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Can't help you.
It's kind of what I was thinking. We get away with just giving up 2 here. We're probably.
That's good.
I think Alex
Yeah.
may have lost his footing there and then
Then
said,
they'll-
"I
then
can't
they'll
help you." He
run
was
back for a
bailing
double
out on
maybe.
it. I think
Yeah.
Ice is slippery sometimes.
it can't be, especially when you're chasing a firm weight.
We could freeze.
Hit
We
and-
freeze the nose or freeze even just
Mixed
here
doubles.
this
Let's
side.
hear
This
what
thing's
they're
jamming all
saying.
day, right?
Super scary though.
I don't disagree with that.
Is there any reason why we're not doing that?
Roll away. I mean, we could roll just somewhere second or somewhere first. I mean, Yeah, I don't mind just rolling away.
Would you rather throw the freeze?
No, let's play the hit.
Okay.
Give up 2 here. We're coming back at the power play.
I think I might rather hit and roll under.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm not sure what their thinking is behind this. Maybe try and group the rocks the other way. I don't know.
No, I think let's wait.
Let's
go 10.
Behind.
Yeah, this might be my my third shot. The freeze is certainly a shot. You're all in with the freeze. You play the freeze all in. You could, I think, with quiet weight, hit and roll under. That would give them a chance to run their own red in, but I mean, probably part of their process is maybe that if they sneak out of this end only giving up 2, they're still not entirely out of the game. It is mixed doubles. If they don't want to give up more than 2, I can understand that.
Whoa.
Ooh, this looks thin to me, though.
Read it wrong.
Yeah, that looked... Needed to be off that a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, maybe weight was a little bit up or just jumped the line call a little bit too
Yeah,
soon.
I think she expected it to finish more than it did.
Wonder if the lines aren't straightening up a little bit more from
Yeah,
earlier in the
I don't
week
think I like
too.
throwing the run.
Nope.
Yeah, that often happens as the rocks wear a bit at championship
Half open's
events.
great, right?
Yep. Running. Line's great. Close.
So Monica likes the
Weight's good.
line.
Just top 8. Just here.
No, it's there.
They're looking for top 8 here. Alex thinks it's there.
Curl. Curl. Right here. Yep.
Trying to finish it here.
Yep.
Wants to at least tuck a piece or at least get edge to edge.
Great spot. Nice shot.
Too deep, sorry.
Really good. Pretty much even with the other red as well.
Yeah. He says a hair deep. I don't. It's pretty good. Hair deep is asking a lot, but
Let's go.
tucked
Taking
it
probably
half
a
a
little
rock
outside
in
the
the
4-foot,
end.
eh?
Yep.
We should be there. I think it's a little spicy. It's probably
How
back
spicy?
4. Back 4. Back 8. Back 4.
Interesting word choice
Back 8.
there.
I love the spicy calls.
I love the spicy. I also
I
like
wanna
the
go.
fact that Lance and Claire are in a
getting better.
relationship,
Always
so
curl.
there is some more questioning here about
probably
spicy
T.
or.
Always curl.
T, no, don't want to go. We're going to bounce.
Keep it a family
Can't
show,
bounce.
Dean. It's
I
a
know.
family show.
Sit.
I'm not suggesting anything else, Joel. And the bounce, which now gives Walker Leichter a hit for 3. Difficult shot there.
Sweet.
Could not afford to bounce, and I'm afraid that's what happened. So Monica Walker can remove shot stone, save her shooter, lie 3, which would give Walker Leichter a commanding 9-4 lead heading to the 7th end.
Yeah, just make sure we get rid of it. Still 2.
Alex reminding her that making it go away is a good thing as well.
Don't need 3 here.
Don't need 3, but boy, it feels good if you get that 3. And it nags at you a little bit when you miss one of these, right? As the last couple ends, you're a little bit, you can let that extra point that slipped away nag at you a bit.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty good here. Alex was on it right away. He might have jumped it a little bit because he really wanted to make sure I'd finish it a bit if I was him.
Great shot, Monica.
Shot.
And that's the hit for 3. That makes the score 9-4 as we head to the 7th end. Moores Wheeler will have hammer in the 7th.
Check out this one. Long hair, loves to hike, and plays frisbee.
What is he, a Labrador?
So should I meet him?
You are not that adventurous.
Yes, I am. Try me.
Okay. Jump into that lake.
I'll do it.
Let's all do it. I'm in. This is crazy.
You coming? Seriously? It is way too comfortable in here.
It's freezing.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota, let's go places.
Yeah, nice positive. You got plenty of time.
All right, we're back in the 7th end, and Moores Wheeler has elected to use their power play as they try to generate some offense of their own, down 9-4. I'm sitting here thinking, Leah, about the interview with Randy Bryden, the president of the Wausau Curling Club here at USA Curling. We're thrilled to be here for the event, thrilled that they were willing to put in the work to do it. He also mentioned there's a lot of positives when clubs host USA Curling events that some clubs may not realize. You get a lot of good insight for your ice technicians. You get some extra publicity for your club, which is helpful. And I know that whenever USA Curling hosts an event at a club, it works out well for clubs. So kudos to Randy and his board at the Wausau Curling Club, and we're certainly thrilled to be here. So this is a shot you see a lot against when you're ahead, defense against the power play. You basically punch your own guard in. You can roll your shooter out. Really a great defensive shot. Makes me almost wonder if we need to adjust this rule so that it gives you a chance to generate more in the end.
3.
Yeah, possibly.
3, 4.
You never know.
Might be in.
It's a good, really good shot by Monica right there.
So
that's good too.
If we look at the time clocks here too, we have you have less time, of course, in mixed doubles, but Moores Wheeler is 3:36 and Walker Leichter is 4:49. So a little less comfortable, maybe. How did you find managing the time? A little less comfortable for Moores Wheeler. How did you find managing the time clocks this week, Leah?
I thought it was going to be a little bit more of an issue than it was, actually. We had a really good pace going into it, so I think most of the time we had close to 5 minutes left in each game, so we managed that very well.
Wow, yeah.
But we also have a team out here this earlier that I think in the middle of the week they had like 3 seconds left without their last rock. So it's always, never know what's going to happen when you take time to talk shots through.
Room?
Yeah.
Room.
I played for a team in men's that was often time challenged, and it can be stressful.
Curl.
So I think the Walker Leichter electing to guard here.
We're hitting part of it.
But now they're going to come right in. They could have just elected, I think, to freeze right on top of their own as well.
Go. Okay.
Now they're sort of chopped off open.
You want to play the double?
Not yet.
You going under?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I don't think they need to play the double yet.
It'll always be there.
Yep. I would expect to see a peel after this.
Mine's okay. Where is it?
It's back 8.
Okay.
Going around.
Whoa, plenty of room.
Lance Wheeler calling black back 8.
Straight.
That might explain the
Go around.
room.
Just top 4 now. Just top 4.
Okay.
Getting better.
Girl.
We don't want to bounce
I can't go now.
Okay.
Great shot. Well played.
Yeah. Guard, that's fine.
Yeah.
Come sweep. I think I'm throwing it pretty hard.
Yeah.
So Alex can run this in or straight peel,
yeah.
I think, at this point.
I just meant, in the peel family.
Yeah.
That's a weight in the peel family, which I guess could mean anywhere from firm to extra peel.
Yeah.
In the
it's gonna
peel
be spicy
family.
coming down. It's going to be spicy.
It could be spicy, Joel, correct? I think might even be extra spicy. We're not sure. Here we go, though. Throwing the out turn. Not super spicy, I don't think.
That's regular spicy. Whoa.
You want to make sure you either get the peel or get the run.
There's the peel there for them.
Straight peel.
Good, Alex.
Just as well, to be honest. I mean, with that guard removed, the yellows in there are such a natural double that Moores Wheeler is going to be forced to continue to guard those two.
Hoping for a miss right now.
Yeah, they're going to have to hope for a miss peel or a miss, on Monica's last. But I think the guard is the only call they have here right now. They have to protect those two because they'll go away in a hurry if they're open.
2.
Nice positive rotation on this throw from Lance Wheeler, which you need on a guard on championship ice.
Am I finishing?
Really good. Keep going. Yep.
It's always better off on this kind of
Yep.
ice, like sweeping it to
Far as
finish
it goes,
versus
yep.
hoping
Far as
it
it
dies.
goes, far as it goes, far as it goes, far as it goes. Yep.
This looks pretty good.
I find that
Nice
you
shot.
think the rocks are going to stop and then they continue to curl like 2 more feet.
Right.
Don't really like playing it this way.
I can see tons of it.
It's pretty good, but he
I think
did
I'm just-
leave him
I think I'm trying to get
half.
it.
Firm?
Yeah. Give me a broom.
Thing he left it half open, and Alex can take a run at it, and if he misses it, he should get the peel. He does have to
You like
worry
this?
about jamming
You
on
have a
that
lot of it?
red on the left side and maybe somehow spinning it in magically. But I think if he plays the peel and if it comes up, they make sure they get enough, or if he
Got a
plays the
third.
double and if he comes
Could
up,
just
they
do
just
that.
make sure they get the peel.
What kind of weight?
Normal?
Okay. Can I have a little more?
Yeah.
Throw normal. I think from the hack, you probably see at least half of that rock that's in the rings.
Yeah, I agree.
A little more.
Yep. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Tight.
Yep.
Might have to make a decision here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, there's the decision made. Crash hard on the guard.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, certainly one result you can expect from that shot. The worst thing to
a
do would
natural
be
half double, or
to
half-
set
half
it
rock
back
double.
and
What?
airmail
Take a half rock
everything.
double. It's 9.
Airmail being another technical term for missing a shot. I don't even know, is that one you use? Airmail it?
I don't think I've ever used that one.
No, I don't know if anybody else does but me, Leah,
Probably a
so I
seven
wouldn't
more.
start,
Nine? What are
don't
you
start
throwing?
using it a
9.
lot, expecting other people to know what
No
you mean.
more.
Something in curling. Sometimes you just make up new words.
Exactly. Sometimes those are the best ones.
Yeah.
So they are going to play the double here. I might have been tempted to throw the guard once more, but the trouble with that is, no, the guard wouldn't have made much sense,
Clean.
actually. I think they have to play this.
Girl. Clean. Straight.
Just
Just
a
a
little
little
underswept again.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate for the Colorado group. Monica
We should
Walker with
say
her
nice.
last can make this
Yeah, I mean,
double.
I think you're trying to hit it an inch
She
or two
makes the
inside
double
nose.
and stays. Even actually, if she just noses and stays, the double's going to happen. But if she lies 2 there, there's really
Yeah, just an
no
inch.
possible way for Moores Wheeler to take 2.
Easy peel.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's interesting to hear the dynamic, the team that's ahead, all positive, love it, love this. It's always difficult. We've all been down like Moores Wheeler are right now in a game, and it's hard to keep playing and keep focused. They're doing a good job of it, but it's definitely not easy.
Hard to keep the energy high.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for, energy.
Curl.
Curl.
So Monica's asking for a little curl here. Now if she rolls out, they may have a shot here for, yeah, they definitely have a shot for 2.
I'm seeing 3 come into play possibly. He knows that yellow.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly,
It's
actually.
10.
Sorry, what was I saying? 3 is definitely in the mix
Sure.
here. That was, I think, more than anything, more than the double, Monica really needed to stick around there.
This is the miss the Moores Wheeler team was looking for.
Yeah, so now all of a sudden she's got to hit a relatively easy hit to score 3. I think you had to make sure you stuck around on that hit.
10.
Close. Clean. Clean.
Likes it says
Nope.
it's close,
Whoa, curl.
just cleaning.
Curl, 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 curl.
Ooh, it's got to curl a bit. Ooh, it
Hard
does
curl.
have to
Hard
up
curl.
quite
Hard
a
curl.
bit.
Hard curl.
Really got to move to stick the shooter around. Ooh, unfortunate.
2.
So
Just too much
break-handed back as we head to the 8th end. The score will be 9-6 for Walker Leichter. Walker Leichter will hold the hammer in the 8th and possibly final end.
Great, the show's starting.
Come on, just trust me. Oh, trust you, like with the dollar oysters.
I don't think those were oysters.
You survived, so...
Wait, we can't go that way.
Watch this. I'll think we're VIP.
Wow. He does think we're VIP.
And backstage. Trust me now?
I never doubted you.
I did for a second, but it's gone now. I trust you.
The all-new Sienna. Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, here we go with the 8th and possibly final end. Moores Wheeler, the team from Denver, Colorado, will need to steal 3 to force an extra. Not out of the question in mixed doubles, but not an easy hill to climb either, is it, Leah?
No, being down 3 without can be a challenge.
A little light, I think.
Yeah, and stealing a big number in
close.
mixed doubles might be
Yeah,
more
you're right.
difficult than stealing a big number in the traditional game. But we'll see how they do here. Let's see what happens.
It's right to it.
This shot will certainly
A little heavy.
need to be good
Back
to start
4.
them off. Back 4.
No,
Not what
I'm
they're
lying.
looking for.
Always curl.
Yeah, it's back 4.
Okay.
Was line.
Great.
Still like it?
I still like the tick, yeah.
Okay.
So Walker Leichter are going to play the tick with the 3-point lead. They're thinking that if they can move that guard with the classic tick shot, move it over for 2 corners. On this one, of course, they can't. They're not playing their own, so their shooter has to stay in play.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Of course, I don't
Just
think
through.
it doesn't really matter if they
Curl.
punch this one right in. Wouldn't matter.
I'm not sure if
Hard
I've
on the
seen
red,
this
hard on the
used
red.
at all this week, actually.
And I certainly like that shot myself.
Very
We
good.
do that, or we throw
That said, I have a personal opinion
Throw a
that the
guard
people
on
that
our-
the tick shot has
guard the yellow,
become
maybe?
people have
I like
become
this
so
better.
proficient at it that we may need to
we had a steal 3.
have a look at the rule book after this next Olympic
We got 4
cycle.
rocks. We
It's
can
definitely
afford
talk
1
I've
guard.
heard is out there
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, that's my opinion. I know a few
We wanna
people
guard the
share it,
yellow, though, so
others
probably-
don't though. But
Yeah.
even as a former lead at a higher level, I'm not so sure that fans of the game want to see endless tick shots.
And still tick shots being made with
I guess I like the
fewer
pocket better.
sweepers in mixed doubles.
Okay.
Yeah, which might indicate, Joel, might reinforce my point that it's just an easy shot. No, I don't think it's easy for most, but I think when you play on good ice with good stones, especially when these striking bands are lively, it certainly is not nearly as difficult a shot as it was when people first started doing it, like Steve Gould with Jeff Stoughton, I think was one of the
Close
first
to tee.
players to start doing
Line's
it.
just fine.
And he used to throw with hack. He used
Let
to
it
throw it
finish.
heavier, and they tried to get them right to the edges. Now
Line's
we've realized
good.
you don't really even have to make
Straight.
it perfect to have it be quite an
Straight.
advantage.
Straight. Yeah.
Well, we look at the clocks here, which we're not showing, but Walker Leichter has 2 minutes and 14 seconds.
If I clip the red, that's fine too.
And Moores Wheeler, they have 1:29. So both teams should be comfortable on time.
I believe they both also still have a timeout.
I believe that's true.
So if they are feeling a little short on time, they can call the timeout and get a little bit of extra time to talk stuff through and throw their rock.
It's always nice to have that timeout in case you have a difficult last shot and you want to think about it or have an extra look at it. Alex Leichter throwing his first, going to make some rocks go away here.
Hard! Okay.
Not bad.
Good enough considering the 3-point lead. Even though they removed one of theirs, that really didn't bother them.
So we freeze.
Here, Lance, talk through the options.
We can talk about our last shots here. We freeze there, they're just hitting the open one, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
I think now we're
Not
guarding.
bad.
Good enough.
Guard then.
And then we hit it on
You
the
like
last
this
one.
way?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to guard the rock, and it's just touching the back of the forefoot. Believing that if they froze on the red stone, Walker Leichter would ignore it and hit one of the open yellows. I think we'll see them either peel this guard or hit an open yellow, probably peel the guard.
Mine's all right.
It's pretty high.
Mine's
Just a one.
fine. I think over and off. Stay close though.
Just a one.
A little better than a 1, but not much.
Over and off. Over and off. Whoa. Never.
Jeez.
Okay.
Looks like it might have even picked a tiny bit at the end.
Are you okay?
Ooh.
That's okay. Yeah.
Lance Wheeler stumbling over the rock a little bit. We've all done that.
Okay. That's too much. Yeah.
Too much?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay.
Looks like it might have even picked a tiny bit at the end.
Yeah, or we.
Ooh, there's
just
the instant replay.
That's
Sure.
yeah.
Our team in the booth
two
has to
stones
show
So they've got to have.
poor Lance's instant replay of tumbling over a rock.
So either I hit this
Of course,
open
I've
or
done
that open
the
or
complete butt
Sure.
drop over a
Like
rock.
that.
I took a digger this week. I tripped over the backboard.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
The back bumpers can be tricky. You can forget about those higher bumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Step over those. So they're going to hit the open one on the side here.
Where am I hitting it?
Another shot they could have considered was to
Okay. Give me where you want to hit it.
peel the guard that Lance Wheeler just placed there and maybe pick the other one as well. There is a natural peel double there. I might have been inclined to throw that, to be honest.
I've seen the same thing. At this point, you're just counting rocks.
Yeah.
Sweep.
Good.
Sweep.
Nice shot.
Peel. Oh, it may
get the double
or
that
make
way.
the slash double. Perhaps.
That'll work too.
This one.
Yeah, and I
Any way to split this in?
think it was called. I
it's
think they
game.
were one step
Sweep.
ahead of us.
Good.
Lance, I
Sweep.
think, is ready to concede
Good.
because they only have 2 stones left.
Yeah. Nice shot.
Yes, that will be the end. There's no way for
Double
them
up.
to score 3 here, steal 3.
Nice game, guys.
Broom taps,
Yeah, good luck.
the new handshake.
Good luck.
And with that, Walker LEICHTER will advance to the championship round of the 2021 Mixed Doubles National Championship. And with that, I'll throw it over to Joel to take us away.
Yeah, thanks, Dean. Nice work with Walker LEICHTER battling through 2 tiebreaker games going into the playoffs. We have a playoff game tonight, 7 p.m. Central. Not sure yet who's playing who and what team we're going to stream because there's some seeding that needs to happen. So we'll be back at 7 p.m. Central.